Scattered across every single inhabited continent on Earth, separated by vast oceans and thousands of years, our ancient ancestors left behind a terrifying warning written in stone. They carved the same exact mysterious figures into canyon walls and mountain cliffs. They carved a stick figure with a torso flanked by two distinct dots, arms bent upward and legs spread wide. Mainstream archaeologists dismiss this global phenomenon as primitive graffiti, claiming it's a shared mythological archetype or a shamanic vision. But they are fundamentally wrong. Our ancestors weren't drawing gods, aliens, or hallucinations. They were drawing the sky. They were leaving behind an eyewitness record of the night the atmosphere ignited. This is why the ancients worshiped the sun. It wasn't born out of primitive superstition. They understood a fundamental cosmic law that modern humanity has totally forgotten. The sun is a force that gives life, and just as easily the sun takes it away. To them, the sun was not a distant, passive ball of gas. It was a conscious, volatile cosmic entity, a supreme governor of human biology, weather, and destiny. When it was calm, civilizations flourished. When it surged, empires were instantly turned to ash. This is the climax of our journey. We have mapped the fluid plasma ocean of space and activated the electrical antenna inside your veins. Now what we are going to do in this video is we are going to uncover the moment the galactic circuit overloaded and what it means for the world that we live in today. So buckle up, grab your coffee, and let's get ready. In order to decode the squatter man, we have to travel away from archaeology departments and straight into the world's leading nuclear physics laboratories. In the late 20th century, a prominent plasma physicist named Anthony Peratt at the Los Alamos National Laboratory was running high-energy experiments. He pumped trillions of volts of electricity through ionized plasma gas, studying what happens when a plasma column is subjected to extreme electromagnetic stress. Under this pressure, the plasma columns began to twist, bend, and warp into highly specific geometric configurations known as the Peratt instabilities. As the electrical current reaches a critical threshold, a plasma column naturally pinches into a series of stacked toroid donut shapes, creating a central column that looks remarkably like a human spine with bent arms and legs. When Peratt compared his high-energy laboratory simulations to the database of global rock art, the results were staggering. The squatter man petroglyph matches the exact mathematical shape of a high-energy plasma discharge column down to the narrowest geometric detail. The conclusion is unavoidable. Our ancestors were not primitive artists using their imaginations. They were functioning as the world's first field scientists, meticulously logging a hypermassive, glowing plasma structure that had formed directly in the Earth's upper atmosphere. The sky was not a dark vacuum. It was burning with a roaring physical manifestation of the plasma void. How could something so terrifying happen in our sky, in our atmosphere? The answer lies in the true nature of our sun. As we established in episode 2, mainstream astronomy treats the sun like an isolated gas ball burning through nuclear fusion. But the electric universe model proves that the sun is an active node hooked up to the alternating current of galactic Birkeland currents. Every 11 years, the sun undergoes a natural cycle, transitioning from solar minimum to solar maximum, where its magnetic fields twist, snap, and reset. But history has showed us that this cycle is punctuated by much grander hypercycles. When a massive surge of galactic electricity travels down the Birkeland currents, the sun acts as a giant cosmic transformer. It overloads, it triggers a hyperactive solar storm that completely overwhelms the Earth's magnetic shielding or magnetosphere. When that ancient solar surge hit, the invisible electrical currents that naturally flow through our ionosphere became supercharged. They dropped into the visible spectrum, ionizing the air itself. The atmosphere literally turned into a giant neon tube. The human race stood on the ground and watched in absolute awe and terror as a towering, blindingly bright pillar of plasma light twisted and screamed across the heavens. They carved what they saw into the rocks because they knew that the world would never be the same, and they probably also wanted for the future man to understand the brilliance of the heavens. This visible, terrifying celestial structure is the true origin of the sun gods, found in every ancient pantheon. When the galactic circuit overloaded the sun, our ancestors didn't just see a storm, they saw the raw, pulsing anatomy of a cosmic deity stretching across the sky. The twisting plasma pillars became the thunderbolts of Zeus. The geometric plasma pinches became the multi-armed bodies of Shiva and the radiant crowns of Ra. They called these plasma currents gods because they held the absolute power of life and death over the planet. What academia calls mythology was actually a precise, localized description of a hypermassive electrical discharge event. But this isn't just a story about our distant past. It's an impending mathematical certainty. When that cyclic solar surge returns, it won't just light up the sky. It will instantly dismantle our fragile, hyper-centralized digital matrix. Every country-sized AI data center sucking gigawatts from our grids to power a synthetic simulation of thought will be wiped totally clean. Every single satellite Elon Musk has launched into our orbit in an artificial mesh will be instantly rendered completely obsolete, fried by the raw power of the very plasma ocean they try to monetize every day. In a single silent second, the entire artificial infrastructure of corporate control will completely fall. This great plasma event did not just alter the geology and the sky of our planet, it fundamentally reset human biology. Remember what we discovered in episode 3, that your body is not a chemical machine? It's a finely tuned fractal antenna. Your DNA processes optical frequencies. Your pineal gland contains piezoelectric calcite crystals designed to read extremely low frequencies, and your heart is a local branch of galactic Berkeley current. When the atmosphere overloads with a plasma discharge, the electromagnetic environment of the Earth changes instantly. The human resonance, the natural heartbeat of our planet, shatters and shifts to a higher octave. Imagine what happens to a room full of delicate radio receivers when a massive electromagnetic pulse is detonated nearby. They don't just stop working, they are completely reprogrammed. This atmospheric circuit overload forced a massive biological reset. The human nervous system was hit with a cosmic current, triggering massive jumps in genetic expression, altering human consciousness overnight, and frying the lower vibrational patterns of the old world. Our ancestors didn't just survive an apocalypse, they survived a literal evolution of the human antenna. The corporate empires know that when their artificial matrix dies, their power over your mind will die with it. They want you to look at space weather like an isolated hazard, completely detached from us, while you watch a clock tick down on a manufactured energy crisis. But the clock is ticking, and the galactic circuit is beginning to surge. We are currently navigating the peak of solar cycle 25. The Squatter Man is not ancient history. It is an impending mirror of our future. In our final episode, we are going to cross the threshold into the world after the light. We will deliver the ultimate mind-bending reassurance of the coming circuit reset, exploring how the ignition of the sun will collapse the biological quarantine, return humanity to its true natural state of healing, and how we will become the legends of the next epoch. So power up your circuit, be sure and subscribe, turn on your notifications, and prepare for the grand finale. Welcome to the Open Gate, guys. Peace out.